big unboxing box today from LANX, LANX. And I don't really know a lot about this brand. They're making some nice looking stuff. So they reached out and wanted to send us a few examples, open up, see what they're like, kind of get an initial impression of them. And what I know so far is they're a pretty small company because nice little photo here of their whole crew. Let's do a little pre-unboxing. This Kershaw live wire. This thing is so much fun. It's dangerous. Not like actually dangerous because it did go into the cardboard pretty deeply. Should we do it on camera over a part of my hand that won't? Oh, actually, I don't know if you can show it on YouTube. Should I do that? Ooh! Scared me more than anything. Not much though. Let's see let's get in there. Let's see the LANX crew. Cool, that's very nice. I like little handwritten notes, very nice. Yeah, that definitely went into my hand a little bit. Don't do that. So who is LANX? The little about says, LANX exists to inspire a sense of adventure, big or small. We seek it out in everything we do and create, whether it be setting up an event, walking up a hill, a trip to the pub, or making progress in the workplace. An adventure is what you make of it, and it is there for the taking. The start of LANX traced back to 2016. Marv, LANX founder, received a letter that inspired him to roll up his sleeves and take a 6-month adventure. The purpose of which was to have the best time of his life and to learn everything he could about making proper shoes. Fast forward to May 2018 and LANX went live offering a small collection of footwear. So it's a British company making some high quality, business casual, nice dressy stuff. This is a giant box of insoles that we've been testing, prototyping, learning a bunch from to develop our own insole because there's a huge problem in the market, not just with insoles, but with footwear generally, because I love heritage boots, obviously, the hard leather insole, shapes the shape of your foot, all the materials, love them. The problem is breaking them in is the worst. It is a trial of will, a rite of passage to break in this kind of boot with that really hard leather insole. And the other part of that is once they are broken in and if you're standing all day, no matter what, no matter how high quality the boot is, a hard leather underneath your foot is never going to be quite as comfortable as a lot of foam underneath your foot. And so we set out to try to design and come up with a concept that would solve both those problems in a single insole. And that's when we came up with the boot breaker insoles. And so what we did is just solve this problem in a very simple way by developing and designing a really thin insole that gives you just enough squish that it relieves that pain from standing all day or breaking in these types of boots while still being thin enough that it doesn't change your size. It's not going to screw up the way your boot fits or how it feels. It's 2 millimeters thick, topped with a durable fabric, screen printed, the boot breaker logo on the heel there, and a really durable high impact foam. So if you're gonna break in a new pair of boots or you got a bunch of old boots that you need to soften the pain underfoot and make them a little more comfortable, check out the boot breaker insoles below and give us 2 or 3 weeks. It's the first batch. We're trying to work out all the kinks, make sure it all works. So check them out below. Okay, let's do it. Let's unbox these. Well, hopefully the knife is the right way. 3 boxes. A box inside of a box inside of a box. Let's see what's what. Pretty cool packaging. There's that ballsy bowl. Not whale. Nice, I like the packaging. Ooh. This is the best kind of box. all the merch and all the swag. Okay, 100% British wool hat from Nottingham. Give it a try. Oh, it's a little skull cap. That looks good. All right, I'll wear it. Why not? Okay, we've got some socks made in Lincoln by a 5th generation family since 1879. What? That's cool. I'll be stealing those. Won't be handing those out to the employees. That's cool. Got them in green, blue, red, a little more dressy. What else do we have? Rugby shirt. From Rugby. I don't know anything about rugby. That is pretty cool though. That's so cool. That's why I like small companies. They just do all this cool little things that is not scalable for giant companies. But for a small company that's trying to, oh, look at this. Are you kidding me? What is this? Football shirt? That looks cool. Nice. Ship me a little beer. Is that illegal? I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to ship beer, so shout out to LANX for risking it all to give me a healing good. Let's see what this is about. This looks cool. Hell yeah. That's pretty sick. Let's throw it on just for fun. This is pretty sick, actually. It fits me really well. I definitely cannot wash it or dry it. This is sick. Do I look British? Well, that's cool. I like all that stuff. Next. Two boxes. Oh, you know what? I just realized what LANX probably stands for. Lancashire. That makes sense. Okay, let's see what's in here. These are pretty cool. That's cool. Broguing, or I don't know. That's another one that people get upset. How do you say broguing? Everyone's always, anytime I say broguing, they're like, that's not how you say it.
Brogue.
Well.
Brogue.
Brogue. Looks like a leather welt. Real leather. Very finished leather, but it's really interesting looking. Got a pretty unique little outsole, kind of like Truman has a similar, where the lugs are recessed so they don't look quite as like aggressive, so you can kind of pull them off as a semi-dress boot. I like that. That's a good looking boot. Is this my size? Let's hope so. Because I don't like super dressy boots. I like them to have a little bit of ruggedness to them, and this is right in that right zone for me. Like I feel like I'd wear this to Symphony just fine on fancy date, without feeling too goofy in it. I like that one. Okay, so this is the Grindleton. Retails for $380. The Grindleton Brown Odyssey are made in England, high-grade genuine leather boots, and are part of our men's Craftsman range. These brown Derby Brogue boots are built on our LX2G last and made with Goodyear welt construction. Leather's 1.6, 1.8 millimeters, fully lined. Yeah, I like it. So these are made in England. That's cool. Because England used to be one of the boot and shoe capitals of the world. And they still have a lot of really famous and popular boot makers out there and shoemakers, but not nearly what it used to be, especially in Lancashire. Pretty sure that's how you say Lancashire. Lancashire. It's gotta be. Next. Sure. LANX exchange policy, return policy. What do we got? Ooh, this one's nice. Kind of like a rugged and refined Chelsea. I like that they're going a little out on a limb with some of the branding, the pops of color, the orange. So what is this boot? So the Garstang in caramel are made in England. High-grade genuine leather boots are part of our men's Charles F. Stead range. These brown Chelsea boots are built on our LXT last and made with Blake Stitch construction. Okay, so this is Blake Stitch rather than Goodyear welted. Retails for £240, and Blake Stitch construction. You can see that Blake Stitch in orange all the way underneath there. Similar kind of outsole, not quite as luggy as the previous one, but similar concepts. And fully leather lined. CF Stead, Charles F. Stead, it makes some really, really cool leather. It's one of the remaining tanneries in England, and they really specialize in high quality suedes and nubucks and just really unique like semi-dress leathers. Pull up and distressed leather, 1.6 to 1.8 millimeters. So definitely more of that dress boot thickness, but obviously they are a little more dressy, like the toe. It's more of a dress boot style. So far, I like this boot a lot. I'm really digging that one. I've been wanting to do a Great British Boot Off, where we basically take some of the iconic styles like the Brogue boot and a few others and hit all those really, really popular English brands and see who makes the best English boot. Because to me, this is a very English style boot. Like this is, if I were to choose one boot that's kind of like represents my understanding of the English boot and shoe world, I would do a brogue boot like this. Anyway, next. Ooh. Save the unique box for last, shall we? What's in this box? Cool packaging. Marv. Whoa, this is CF Stead for sure. This looks like their kudu leather. Let's see if I'm right. This is the Tasker boots. So this retails for 240 pounds. The Tasker Coach are made in England, high-grade genuine leather boots, and are part of our men's Charles F. Stead range. These brown derby boots are built on the LXT last, made with Blake Stitch construction. Crazy cow in Coach. So not kudu, crazy cow. I don't know what that is. Can't tell if this is grain out, wax flesh, true suede, but it's pretty unique leather. Like all the different colors and textures. Like this, I think this is like all the veins and stuff in the cow. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Like sometimes they'll artificially put little breakpoints like this in there. There's a couple leathers that do that. But to me, this looks like scarring and veins and scratches and stuff that I like. I like when leather's beat up like this. It's so pretty. This is a really nice color too. Has lots of pull up. It's kind of reminiscent of that Oral Legacy leather, but if you did like a reversed like wax flesh on it. I like that. That's cool. Blake Stitch construction. You see the Blake Stitch there. Looks like I don't think that it might be leather. I can't tell if it's a full leather heel stack or not. Let's find out. So it looks like leatherboard heel stack leather, fake leather welt, I believe as well. Okay, 240 pounds. Not crazy to see at this price range. Obviously, we'd rather have leather. Day-night kind of style outsole. That's a pretty handsome little boot. I like that, especially that CF Stead leather. We haven't really gotten into that CF Stead much at all. But this stuff's really pretty. Okay, final box. I was trying to do a cool reveal. Did not work. So, kind of like a more modern Chelsea, kind of your work Chelsea. Your looks like your Blundstones, your Redbacks, Mongrel. What's the other one that makes this kind of boot? Ariat makes a bunch. The thing I like about this is it's that winter grip outsole. Because this must be the Ribchester. The Ribchester Brown Distress is a water-resistant oil pull-up leather Chelsea boot and is on part of our men's 360 Vibram collection built on trekking-inspired Vibram sole, which offers support, stability, and designed with Arctic grip technology, which gives a fantastic grip on cold, icy, or snowy surface. Leather's 1.6, 1.8 millimeters thick, full-grain leather, water-resistant lining with a waterproof membrane, Vibram sole we talked about, waterproof elastic gusset, heel tab, pull tab. How much did it retail for? 225 pounds. So kind of in that Blundstone price range. I like these kind of boots. I always end up wearing my Redbacks and Blundstones way more than I rightfully should for how many really cool and nice boots I have. They're just so easy to put on. I just end up wearing them a ton. Nice little insole. I like the bright orange. Like when brands get a really bright pop of color. It's a nice little squishy insole. Cool. Okay, let's try them on. So definitely more of like your dress boot style constructions and materials and thicknesses of materials. You know, it's not nearly in that work boot thickness range. You know, most of the time you see Blake Stitch in dress boots, most of the time you see thinner leathers in dress boots. But it's an interesting line. You know, I like the leathers they're using, I like the looks of them. They seem pretty affordable. You know, it is a small team, so you're gonna pay a premium no matter what because of that. Okay, let's try the Chelsea first. What size is this? 9.5, so 10.5 US. Oh, they're pretty spacey. There's a lot of room in the height of the toe. Yeah, I'd go pretty close to what you get in sneaker size. It says 9.5 UK, which is US 10.5. And I'd wear probably 10.5. If you want extra wiggle room, you go up to an 11. But I'm a 10 on the brand. I'd probably go with the US 10.5. Okay, other Chelsea boot. Ooh, much tighter. Especially on the ball of your foot. That's a very narrow last. So this is obviously going to squish your toes a little bit, especially through the ball, because it is a tighter last in the ball of your foot. But once again, I'm a 10 on the Brannock. 10.5 seems like it fit me just fine, but keep in mind this is a narrow last. So you might want to go wider. My toe goes to about there. Okay, onto this CF Stead that I also really like. We haven't really worked much with CF Stead. I'd like to eventually. They make really, really pretty leathers. They're just known for specializing in that kind of suede dress leathers, where they don't need the durability, they don't need the strength. They're looking for a specific look and feel. And that's what they do. And so they make really unique leathers on the market. I think going half size up from my brown oak is basically what I would do across the board. Because this last feels a lot better. This is not nearly as narrow as the previous one. Yeah, it's exactly the size. I'd wear 10.5, 10 on the brown oak, 10.5 US, 9.5 UK. I like this leather a lot because you can tell it's a suede, at least on this side that's out, and it's been buffed and waxed. And that's where you get this really unique texture here at the toe. Now, the one I really want to wear. Yeah, this is probably my favorite one. There's something about this leather I really like. It has a really heavy coat on top, but it's not a shiny coat. It's kind of like a matte coat that you can see how when I scratch it, it lightens up. So maybe it's not even a coat. Maybe it's just really, really finely laid down fibers, because you can still see there's pull-up in it. It almost feels like rubber. You know, it's a very unique feeling leather. I don't think it does have a top coat, actually. I don't think there's a rubber or even that much pigment worked into it, because when I scratch it, you can see it lightens up. There's one thing that they've done well, LANX, is choosing some really unique leathers and some really beautiful leathers. You know, and they're definitely the dressier leathers. Yeah, this one's my favorite for sure out of the bunch. Yeah, that fits. All right, this is making me want to do the Great British Boot Off. I'm gonna start hitting those brands up, like Trickers, all those, because I like that boot a lot. Yeah, so half size up from your Brannock, so US 10 orders a 10.5 US for my specific sizing. And yeah, LANX is a pretty cool little company, and they're making them in England. Not a lot of brands can still claim that, even like Doc Martin, like probably one of the most, if not the most well-known British brand, only makes a handful of their products in England. And let me know what other British boots you want us to do for the Great British Boot Off, because I want to do that now. Cool, so if you're interested in a pair of LANX, check them out below. Huge shout out to LANX for sending all these, just to unbox them, check them out. Let me know if there's any of these you want to see cut in half. Also, thanks to LANX for sending me a little rugby jersey, rugby shirt, some socks, a little beanie, and thanks for everything you guys do. See ya.